Hello, I want to talk to you about decision grids, which is a tool that is really useful when you are working in a matrix structure or in some collaborative arrangement with people from other departments. The tool is about decision making, and the first part is you need to identify the decisions that you want to analyze, ideally as fine-grained as possible. So let's take a human resource decision around recruiting somebody. You may want to break that decision down into who puts the words together for the advertisement, who makes the decision about which channels the advertisement is put in, who decides who are going to be the candidates who are interviewed, who decides what questions are going to be asked in the interview, and so on. So you can make the finer grained you make the decisions that you're analyzing, the better this tool works. So you have a grid, and on this side of the grid, you write down the list of decisions that you want to analyze. And then along the top of the grid, you put the people who you think are going to be involved in these decisions in one form or another. So you're going to be there, and then maybe your boss will be there, and then some other people from other departments in the matrix structure or in the collaboration that you're working with will be along the top of that. And then you've got a box under each name which connects with a particular decision. And in that box, you put one of 5 letters. And the tool I'm talking about is called RAPID, for the 5 letters. RAPID. Now, I'm going to start with D, actually, because this is really the most important letter, because this is the decision maker. So this is the person who is going to consider alternatives, do some analysis, and then make a judgment between alternatives. And they may have to get that judgment approved higher up, but they've made a judgment between alternatives. And higher up, they're only going to make one recommendation because they've done the work to consider the alternatives, choose the best alternative. So the decision maker, the person who holds the D then, is in a sense the powerful person in the process, who pulls all things together, looks at the different proposals being made, chooses the best one, and then may have to get some further approval higher up the hierarchy. So that's the D. And often you're looking on the map for who holds the D. And if it's clear about who holds the D on each decision, then you've kind of sort of solved the problem, because most of the other parts of the RAPID tool will fall into place. The second thing letter, which is A for in RAPID, and that's somebody who has to, in the tool it's called advise, but actually the person, or agree, the person has some kind of a veto over the decision. And you want to have as few A's as possible. So ideally you want the person who holds the D to have all the power with regard to this decision. If somebody has an agree or an advise, it means that they have some power. They share some of the power over the decision. And then the other people are all much less powerful. So you've got somebody, the P, who's going to have to do something as a result of the decision. And you've got the I, somebody who's going to have to give some input as a result of the decision. And then you've got the R, somebody who's going to be making a recommendation, who's maybe going to be championing one solution, but isn't the ultimate decider. If you try this tool on decisions which involve matrix structures or collaborative arrangements, and ideally if you can get the other participants to agree on who holds the D and who has other roles, you will find the relationships will work much more smoothly and the job will get done more effectively.